Guys, welcome to 6 feet 2 inches vlog. Today I'm going to review the book The Silent Patient. It's by Alex Michaelides and it's a psychological thriller. First of all, before going through the book, I would like to give you the rating straight away, and I would say pick up this book right now, order it right now. Actually, it's amazing. I will be giving you the summary but not the spoilers at all, okay? And I will be giving you some of my favorite quotes from this book. So here, and I will just read out what it's written in the background, and plus I would like to also speak about the design of this cover. The book is designed by Getty Images, Orion Books, and as you can see here, there are two chairs on the cover. It seems like a Freudian psychology, right? If you are a psychology student, you know what I mean. It's like if you're using the psychoanalysis technique, you don't see your patient. It's like the patient is sitting on the couch or not facing you, and you're analyzing that patient's unconscious intentions or motives. So on the cover it's written, only she knows what happened and only I can make her speak. First of all, the name captured me, The Silent Patient. We have came across violent patients, right? But could there be violence behind any kind of silence? We must have experienced silence in our relationships, right? Or friendships, where the other person suddenly stops replying or speaking to us. And I just want to ask you guys, if you are in love with someone, can you dare to kill that person? Can you shoot that person with a gun? And if so, why? Would you call it a love? Is there such thing as love? Does it exist? You're gonna find this book most interesting because it covers almost all aspects of our mind, and plus I would now just come to the book and read what's written on the back of it. So it's written by Alicia, who is the main character of this book, and Theo, who is her psychotherapist. So I would go by reading. I love him so totally, completely. Sometimes it threatens to overwhelm me. Sometimes I think, no, I won't write about that. So the story is about Alicia Burns' son. She writes in a diary as a release, as an outlet, and to prove to her beloved husband that everything is fine. She can't bear the thought of worrying Gabriel. Gabriel is the name of her husband, and she can't bear the thought of worrying him that he is the one causing her pain. Until one late evening, she is found with a gun shooting her husband 5 times in his head, and since then she refused to speak or give any statements to the cops, and luckily she is diagnosed with mental illness, and she hospitalizes in the mental institute called The Groove, and she does not speak or respond to any kind of treatment, medications or therapy for 6 years, until this psychotherapist called Theo sees the news of Alicia, and he kind of gets interested in treating her. He is a forensic psychotherapist, and He is convinced that he can successfully treat Alicia, where all others have failed her to treat her. Obsessed with investigation, his discoveries suggest that Alicia's silence goes far deeper than he has thought. And if she speaks, would you want to hear the truth? This is the suspense. Do you think Alicia could kill her husband Gabriel? Do you think you can kill someone you love? Is it possible in real life? Of course, we come across the news and newspapers and televisions and realities that it does happen, right? The spouses kill each other, whatnot. I believe personally, silence is power. Like, just because someone is silent, it does not mean that the person cannot get angry or anything, okay? And I'm not gonna reveal the spoilers for you guys. I would just say that Alicia's character has been portrayed beautifully. Like, she is an artist. She expresses herself through her art, and in one of her art, she unconsciously portrayed the Jesus painting, the face of Jesus, as her husband. And she maintains a diary which reveals most of her thoughts. It's revealed that Alicia in her childhood has witnessed her mother committing suicide in front of her in a car, and she survives the suicide attempt. She doesn't know whether her mother is intending to kill her or not, or whether it's her mother who wanted to die. And Theo is someone, a therapist, who himself has survived his childhood traumas, and he himself has gone under psychotherapy. So now I would like to come across the favorite quotes from this book. I'm not gonna read all of the quotes because it might reveal the story to you. I definitely would recommend this book to all the psychology students, mental health professionals, because one interesting thing about the psychological disorders is that we are so full ready with a bag of labels. We like to put the labels on someone. For example, if you come across someone who is silent, won't you just predict or judge that person as to be catatonic schizophrenia? Because that person is not moving, not responding, not speaking, and completely silent, right? But it's something far beyond. That's the beauty of mind. Our mind is so complex that sometimes even we fail to understand it. Okay, so I'm coming to the quotes, some of my favorite quotes from this novel. Okay, I'm gonna throw up, I guess I should like around 5. So the first one is, we are drawn to this particular profession because we are damaged. We study psychology to heal ourselves. Whether we are prepared to admit this or not is another question. I remember this. One of my friends had asked me about my motive for enrolling myself in the psychology course, and he was kind of taken aback when I told him it's both for healing myself and for healing others. And I do think it's almost right, like if you meet psychology students, if you get to know them, most of them are damaged in their own ways, and they're trying to fix it up. They're trying to understand the psychology. It's their passion. Okay, so second quote now. The development of a personality doesn't take place in isolation, but in relationship with another. We are shaped and completed by unseen, unremembered forces, namely our parents. And third one here, unexpressed emotions will never die. They are buried alive and will come forth later in uglier ways. This is by Sigmund Freud. So just go and pick up this book. I'm rating this book 5 out of 5, and it's a must-read book. signing off. Bye. Stay tuned for more upcoming videos. The reason for you to pick up this book is because this book is going to be adapted in movie soon. So go and read this book first. I am sure like those interested in thriller books might have read Gone Girl, right? And it's also adapted in a movie. So The Silent Patient is also going to be adapted in a movie. So please do read this book, and I'm sure you're gonna love it and you won't keep it down once you pick it up for reading. So read it.